first half, wondering whether or not Vietnam were playing with a goalkeeper. So underemployed was Nguyen Man. Well, now they are playing without a goalkeeper. Risky. Didn't want. Hopefully trust Ngoc Hai. Risky again. Intuan. Kong Bin will chase. Konya Mega makes the save. Having no chance with either of the goals, Konya.
Football always says it's harder to be playing against 10 men than 11 men. I think today Indonesia certainly felt that. Every player, again, the reaction. As a manager, you must be really proud of these Vietnam players, because as soon as the goalkeeper went off, all of them took.
Ferdinand through on goal, onside. Ferdinand Sinaga, penalty, and that could be another red card, you know. Ngoc Hai, though, has brought him down. A penalty for Indonesia. It's yellow only for Ngoc Hai.
Well, that's where they went to sleep. We were just talking about how proud the manager would be of this Vietnamese side. Their reaction has been fantastic, but here, that back four went to sleep, and Ngoc Hai should be red carded. It's as clear as that. If he's given him a yellow, I don't know how that decision is made.
But it is a yellow, probably because there was a covering man. Now this to pull the scoreline level on the night, but to give Indonesia the lead on aggregate. No pressure, Manahati Lestusen. Just a couple of 100 million people tuning in, watching you. Manahati Lestusen for Indonesia steps back. 22 years of age, yet to score an international goal. Lestusen scores! And Indonesia have a second away goal.
Well, he always had the upper hand, taking that penalty against Ngoc Hai, who's a centre-back. Tell you what, Ngoc Hai actually had a touch to it. Nicely put it into the middle. There you go, that's a massive touch from Ngoc Hai. That doesn't matter at the moment, he's put it away. And as you've mentioned, this has been a controversial where you play the second leg and you have extra time, which means you have an extra 30 minutes. You're away from home for that away goal. Something needs to be considered about that, but as we've mentioned, now Vietnam has to score 2 goals.
They've done it once. But that calms the nerves for Indonesia. And look at the players coming forward as Zulum tries to get through, loses out to Nintuan. Mr. Luhu would be advised just to control his reactions, as would Indonesia. Now they must focus on game management and avoiding any potential suspensions for the final. Phan Tham Luong. Ferdinand Sinaga, it's the pace of Ferdinand that really hurt them, the Makassar player. Indwong, Lekong Bin, offside.
And again, that was a quality ball put into a good area. Just that the line was just good enough to get Lee Kong Win. On the replay, actually, he's on par. He's on par. It's not offside. So linesmen have seen otherwise. But again, that's a good ball. So still lots of work to be done for Indonesia. It's not getting over.
Ferdinand. Zulum inside him. Ferdinand. Quite the outcome he was after. Only football can take you to the heights and then plummet you so quickly to the depths. The stadium was a riot of noise. Chong Kwang, Pan Tam Long. Can they raise it one more time? Tam Long's cross. Met by Hamsuamu. Swantrong. Still Swantrong. Kong Kwong. Tried to go through a white wall. And look at this, Risky Rapora has got pace. And Risky is playing in Ferdinand. Ferdinand Sinaga, beaten to it by Dinwat. But the pace of Ferdinand Sinaga is causing, well, what is a back three of Vietnam problems.
And again, in that side area, Kong Phong just perhaps took one to touch too many. Could just put it through to his right side. I think it was Mu Min Tuan again on that right-hand side. Gotta be quick in that side areas. On the counter, Risky Pora's got pace to burn.
Zulum Zamram. 1, 2, 3, 4 white shirts in the penalty area. Oh, and it nearly went right the way through.
That's a quality ball from Zulum Zamran. His dad really intended a near post. Risky Pora just missed it. Whiskers.
Kong Kwong made a metre of space. He's only a metre wide of the far post.
Well, that's just great advantage. Lee Kong Win puts it on his part. Knows that Latuza Manati is coming from that side. If he touches him, it's a foul. Protects himself really well. Makes that little yard of space. It was great. Mega was very sure that was going on. His reaction was to just collect the ball.
Kong Kwong, Kong Vin. Min Tuan. This time just not on the same wavelength as Luang Swantrong. Pan Tam Long. Referee happy with the challenge. Oh, but Ferdinand just offside. Zulum Zamram mistimed the pass. I think it's a good call. Alfred Riedel and his team now just, shall I use the word, encouraging his team to get back and defend. A couple of minutes left in this first 15 minutes of extra time. Ferdinand Sinaga. Onside! This could be the moment that it's all decided. But a penalty, another penalty for Indonesia. Nyokai penalised. The one-on-one once again. Indonesia on the breakaway. Vietnam stripped naked. And another penalty for Indonesia.
Well, that's just purely down to defensive discipline gone AWOL completely for Vietnam. I thought Rizky Pora was a bit selfish on that occasion, because all he needed to do is just put it through. Open goal for Zulham Zamrun, but he's gone on his own. He's got the penalty, but
now the assistant referee here has called over Fu Ming, and the assistant referee has said no penalty. Has he called offside? He can't have called offside. Maybe pulling the other way. Well, I've rarely seen a referee change his mind like that. This assistant referee is also the man who called the red card. What else have we got for you? Flying through the back of Swantrong.
I think firstly you got to look at how many referees actually give that much authority to a linesman, because it's up to the referee if he wants to overrule his own decision. He's believed in him on the red card, he's believed in him in this decision.
Anton Long's header, cross cleared by Hamsamu. Well, if Indonesia don't go through and win this, that will be a huge talking point. It will be anyway. Ding dong. Antoine. Half time. Well, we've had a penalty that gave Indonesia the goal. A penalty that was given and then returned or retracted on the advice of an assistant referee. But at the end of it, Stan, it is Vietnam 2, Indonesia 2. Indonesia 4-3 ahead on aggregate.
Well, they're on the driving seat. One goal won't be enough. Vietnam needs 2 goals, so that is already a daunting task in the next 15 minutes. But you can't rule out anything in this football match. It has been one of the most remarkable matches in Suzuki Cup history. Walking into the last 15 minutes, the list goes on. I mean, you can start with it, but again, in terms of football, let's go to the football side. I think Vietnam has come out and played a fantastic football match. But on the other hand, Indonesia has been known to just know how to score goals. Have done it tonight again. Going to an away turf, not played their best football, defended decent enough, and then they've scored 2 away goals against the run of play.
Well, you're seeing Rizky Pora there is still fuming at the reversal of the decision of the penalty. He'd raced clear. Ding dong. Maybe there was a nudge in the back. Maybe he'd lost possession. But the referee had made the decision. The referee had awarded the penalty. And then on the advice of the assistant referee, revised his decision.
Well, I look at it as much as it is. I thought when Rizky Pora didn't make that pass and decided to just change his mind last minute, Ngok Hai was on par with him. And it's completely up to the referee at that point, because he was closer to the decision. It makes it look like he wasn't sure, because if a referee's seen it from a closer distance and he's made his decision on his own conscience, he's not going to change that decision.
Second half underway. See all the photographers in the background there, all making their way behind the Indonesia goal. They sense something is on, but if it is to be on, it's got to be a 2 goals in the next 15-minute turnaround. Free kick there against Dede.
I know we want to continue the game, but just biting to that penalty again, it's crucial because the referee did not give Ngoc a yellow card, so he wasn't convinced if that was a harsh foul. Because if that was a yellow card for Ngoc, that's red card. That's his off.
Phantom Long just can't keep it in play. We've seen pretty football from Vietnam. We've seen resilience from Indonesia. We've seen an astonishing fight back from Vietnam, and then we've seen Indonesia regrouping and playing the first half of extra time very sensibly, utilising the resources at their disposal. The pace of Ferdinand Sinaga and Rizky Rapora. Kong Vin caught out. In a good performance by Hansomu Pranata. Benny and Lestuzen, whose penalty could be so crucial. Bayu gives it away. Kong Vin. Tackles flying in.
I think it's crucial for Indonesia not to concede one. As long as they don't concede one, they will make the final. But if they do concede one, even though Vietnam needs to score 2, we've already seen that happen once.
It's also crucial they keep their heads. Rizky. Ferdinand was looking for the long ball. Rizky keeps possession. Bayu. Zulum. Unable to keep it live. We played 3 minutes of extra time. And 3 minutes of the second half of extra time. Din Luat.
And one thing you're seeing in the second half of this extra time is the faces of the Vietnam players. They certainly have played this game at the highest intensity they could ever play. Taken this game to a level where it's so good to watch that now that you need to track, you're trailing by 2 goals and you need to track back with 2 goals. There's a lot more work to be put in. Do they have it in their coffers?
Kong Fong's ball onto Minh Tuan. Minh Tuan again. Kong Fong was the intended recipient. A grateful Kunyamega flops down on the ball. Now acres of space for Rizky Pora to try and pick out the ball into Ferdinand Sinaga. Good defending from Din Luat. Kong Fuang, Phantam Long. Zulum and Benny Wayudi doing a good job. Sinaga. Again, look at the opportunity here for Rizky Pora. He can't pick it up this time because Minh Tuan is there. Trong Huang, Minh Tuan. Rizky looking for Ferdinand. 5 minutes played. 10 minutes to go.
At this point, it's just a matter of fact that whether Vietnam can come up with that same intensity. You know, just touching upon it, because you look out there when they lose the ball, they don't have that same legs to get that ball again. So taking risk, losing possession to Indonesia. Indonesia looks good on the break.
Trong Hong. Indonesia look vibrant on the break. Kongvin. Behind Kong Kwong, he recovered. Trong Hwang, Kongvin again. Kong Kwong, Kongvin. And Tam Luang. Kunia again. He's been very commanding of his penalty area, Kunimega. No matter what happens, what a game. What a game.
And again, it's involving Indonesia. Throughout the whole tournament, if you look at them, they've always been exciting. I think one of the key was when they took on Thailand. At 15 minutes in the second half, they were down 2-0 in the first half. They came back, they scored 2 goals, and then they conceded. They went on to lose 4-2.
The Kongvin. It's comfortable for Kurnia.
Football will always tell you if you can go to an away turf and get 2 goals,
should be enough.
Should be enough, and tonight that might just come through.
Nyokai. You'll remember the night he played as a goalkeeper. Will you remember it fondly? Trong Hwang. Been beaten in the air by the powerful Amsamu. Kong Kwong. Everything outside the penalty area. Fan Tam Luang. Tam Luang. Falling backwards. Good reaction there from Long Swan Trong. Fan Tam Luang was sitting down, feeling sorry for himself. Swan Trong just picks him up. Let's get on with it. Believe.
I think that 10 men down, being down by 1 man is biting Vietnam at the moment. I think what clearly you can see from their attacks is they don't have Vui. It's just clear that no one bombarding down the wide side. Everyone's just trying to stay a bit more narrow. They're trying to find that little good cute pass in that heart of defense. Lots of tired legs basically.
Here's Min Tuan, whose goal in the 93rd minute. Well, will long live in the memory. Clear by Risky. Kongvin. Trong Hwang. Kongvin. Looks for Min Tuan.
Oh, good idea from Zong Trong. Tuan came really late. Scorer brought this match to extra time, making that late one, but again, just not getting to the space that he wanted.
And Tam Luang. Again, Nyokai is in the middle of the action. That means there's no goalkeeper. And not so handsome from Trong Hwang. And 5 minutes for Vietnam to score twice.
Well, as a manager at this point, all you can do is just motivate. You know your players. Without shadow of doubt, every one of them are giving their lungs out there.
In many ways, that's all you can ask, isn't it? There's the individual error from Ding Dong for the first goal conceded.
I think what has cost them really more than that own goal. I mean, Lillipali gets the goal, but it's almost his own goal. But it's that moment of madness by Nguyen Man, the goalkeeper. Because if they'd been on 11 on the pitch, walking into extra time, will have a fantastic match. As soon as Indonesia, credit to them. They worked on that counter-attack. They've got that 2 away goals.
Cunha. That's a good clean take. And he's taken a knock, which I'm sure he'll make the most of.
He's just got to remember, he's already on a yellow card.
He's been very good coming out for those balls 8, 9, 10 yards from goal.
You can see it in him. He's got that little craziness in him, and that keeps that defense. I think that's exactly what that back for Indonesia needs. Not the best of defense, but they've got a goalkeeper they can really rely on.
Tomorrow night from the Rajamangala, Myanmar try their own little sporting miracle. 2-0 down from their home first leg against Thailand. Here's Trong Hwang. And everybody's already kind of given Thailand a place in the final, but after Indonesia's performance tonight, who knows? Who knows? Nyokai again is up there. There is nobody back.
We did see a similar situation against the last 2014 Suzuki Cup when Malaysia took on Singapore.
Corner won by Trong Hwang. Wayudi leading the applause for Lester Luhu. Again, Nyokai, the rush goalie, is there. Wrong, it came to Nyokai, and what a block. What a block. Zulum, I think, has saved an almost certain goal. Tam Luang looks for Le Kong Vin. It's over Kong Vin. Bayu hacks clear. So many red shirts. It always had a feeling of being a special night this night. And it has turned into that, if not for the reasons Vietnam would like. Nyokai rushed the clearance. Tam Long and belted clear by Fakhruddin Arianto. Trong Hwang. Bit of a sandwich as Lestusen.
Indonesia working really hard, knowing that quick. This Vietnam side has been in those tight areas. Rightly so, with 2 minutes to go, you'll give everything you can to just run down the clock, make a foul, work really hard.
Again, Nyokai will try and compete. He's up there with Din Luat and Le Kong Vin and Kong Phuong. What kind of delivery from Phan Tam Long? Trong Hwang, Phan Tam Long. Oh, they can't lose possession. Trong Hwang. Le Kong Vin. Thought of the shot. Trong Hwang. Swan Trong. Final whistle goes. A match that will go down in the annals as one of the classics of the ASEAN Championship. Indonesia have prevailed.
But Indonesia, if you can go away, defend like they did and get 2 goals on the break, then you deserve to be in the final. They've been scoring goals throughout the whole tournament, and that's why they're in the final.
Terrific applause from the fans. They've stayed right to the very end. They could not ask more of their team, but neither could Indonesia. On a tragic day for the nation with the events in Aceh, this is a little glimmer of hope for Indonesia. Their footballers have put a smile on their face. We're thinking of those in Aceh, but Indonesia on the football field have progressed to their 5th ASEAN Championship final. For Vietnam, well, they gave it their all. They've dominated possession. They played some lovely football, but a defensive error and a calamitous red card have given them too many hurdles to overcome. The huddle is one of support, of one of belief that they should continue their footballing way. But while the cameras look on at Vietnam's losing huddle, Indonesia and their fans are ready to celebrate and get ready for a final against either Myanmar or Thailand. That's the match we've got tonight. But from here, Hanoi, we have had an absolute classic. It's finished 2 apiece. Lili Pali with the goal for Indonesia. A sensational fight back from Vietnam. A penalty in extra time, and it's finished Indonesia 2, Vietnam 2. Wow!